It is the end of November. It's literally December. It is the last month of 2025. And today we're going to have a look and see how much we spent in November. Somebody actually said to me, Norma, you didn't calculate properly. You missed 700 Rand or something like that. And I thought to myself, this is why I enjoy calculating using the budget spreadsheet. So that is what I'm going to be doing today with you guys. And if you want the spreadsheet, it's still on the Black Friday sale. And if you're watching and the Black Friday sale is already done, I do also have a discount code right below for you. So let's get in and have a look. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through the incomes. So I've got the first income over there. So I tracked my bills up until the 6th here on the spreadsheet, and then I use the budget planner just because I realized that you guys enjoyed the weekly cash stuffing and me writing. So I decided that, you know what, with the spreadsheets, I'm just going to do it as a monthly thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the incomes, and then after that I'll add the bills, which obviously makes sense. So we received an income on the 10th, and then another income on, what was it here? The 20th. The 20th, and another income on the 25th. And we did have a high income month because I strategically did not cash out the brand paychecks, and I cashed them out now so that I can use the money for the restock. So what I love about the brand influencer platform that I use, you can just leave your money there like it's in a savings, and then you can cash it out whenever you are ready. So I just left it there for a little bit, but yeah, I ended up cashing it out. So it's not like this is the money that I made this month, it's the money that had paid out this month. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we've got 35, that is from our second salary, and then we've got 46,500 as well as 10,700 Rand. So in total, let's put that under income 2, and then income 3, and then income 4. You can change this, hey? So if you are, you know that this income 2 is side hustle, or it is your husband's or your spouse income, you can literally write it with the names and then just put hubby salary or wifey salary or mom's contribution, or whoever you share the household with, just to make sure that you have everything on track and it's all accurate. Okay, so I'm going to put it under category income so that it can automatically start deducting or subtracting from that total. So if we go up here, you'll see what I mean. The income that we're working with is 103,400 Rand, and out of what I have put in here that we have paid for, it says we are left with 95,410. So let's have a look and see how much we actually spent. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tick everything that I see we've already tracked for now, so that I'm not double tracking. So we've got investments in there, we've got retirement and life insurance, then we've got the first grocery over here, and then we've got YouTube. So I'm going to put that here. And then this YouTube ended up being 105, and then we've got eating out. Okay, and then eating out in total, I'm just going to put the total sum amount. We ended up spending 990 on eating out so that I can tick it off. And then we've got birthdays. So my mom, so I'm going to tick this 1,200 Rand. And then, okay, so now let's add everything else that we spent money on this month. So did I put giving? No, I didn't. Okay, so on the first, we'll just do giving. And there's more changes in our budget, guys. Oh gosh, it's all over the place. But I guess we are always just trying to find what works for us. Let me see if giving will be here. Okay, I don't find it here. So what I need to do is go to the bills setup. And then I'm just going to add it over here. Let's go giving. Let's go 1.5. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go back to November. Okay, and then now I should find it here. There it is. And I'm going to put that on high priority. Okay, and then rent. Have I put rent? No. Okay, so rent was also paid on the 20th, and I paid 12,000. So when I say I paid, I mean me and my husband. It's just me recording the video. So yeah, I'm gonna say I. Okay, and I'm the one who's more of the finance person in the household. I'm the one who's like tracking everything. So it's makes sense if I say I, because I transfer it. I made sure that everything is there. But yeah, I don't mean I've got everything on my shoulders alone. So just to clarify that, sometimes people can get a bit hectic in my DMs. Okay, 1560, and we're going to put that on medical. Again, there's going to be some changes when it comes to medical. I will update you next month because I'm going to do a budget for the month of December as well tomorrow. So look out for that video probably on Tuesday. Okay, and then our wills as well. So now our wills have gone up to 480. Okay, and then I'll just put that there, and that's a high priority as well. And then we've also got Wi-Fi that we just paid, so that is $3.99, and that is Wi-Fi. Hopefully I did put it there. If I didn't, okay, there it is. I was about to say I'll just put it under utilities. And as you can see, the calendar auto-populates itself. Again, another reason why I really love the spreadsheet. So yeah, if you want it, I'll have it linked below. And then utilities. I actually haven't paid for utilities, so I'm going to leave that out. And then we also have laundry, and we ended up spending 700. And we're still going to spend more on laundry because we need to wash blankets and stuff, because obviously it's summer now. Just want to get rid of, oh gosh, what is that? Just want to get rid of like blankets and stuff. Not really get rid of, like make sure they're all clean and fresh to be put up on the, who does that? Like when it's summer, you like wash all the blankets and put them up, and then now we use like the throws and like really light blanket ones, not the thick ones. I'm not a fan of the thick ones because they get really hot. Okay, and then laundry. So that's also going to be a high priority. Alrighty, so now we're going to move to subscriptions. So if I have a look up here, high priorities are done. It was 18,759. So now we're going to move to subscriptions. So I don't have a date for this one. Why don't I have a date for this one? Okay, where's the 4th? Okay, so on the 5th, we paid 159 for Disney. That's going to be under wants. Okay, and that is a subscription. And then on the 21st, we paid 230, and that was for Apple. Is this going to be under high priorities? It's probably going to be under wants. There it is. That is also a subscription. And then on the 11th, it was CapCut, which is 100 Rand. So that's going to be under want as well. Okay, I cannot find it, so I'll put it under business expense. And that's going to be also a subscription. And then on the 20th, also Canva. So that was 150. That's also going to be a business expense. Subscription. And then also on the 22nd, which was 450 for a business expense again. That's also a subscription. I want to try and get this one done for a year, but I guess we'll see. Okay, and then on the 24th, which was 160, that was also a business expense. Hopefully you guys can't hear crazy sound here. I'm sitting in front of the window and I can see monkeys running around. Goodness me, why are they screaming like that? Okay, and then on this week here, so I'm just gonna say on the 16th, we also paid for the restock. Once we had the sample and everything, we're happy with it. So we ended up spending 58,000 on that. So that's going to be a business expense. Where it is. Okay, a business expense, and that is going to be a variable expense. Okay, and then food. So we've got groceries, update. So we spent money on the 9th and on the 16th and on the 23rd. And for the 9th, we spent 900 Rand. The 16th, we spent 864. And then we spent 800 Rand on the 23rd, plus eating out and the other groceries as well, which was 1240. So in total, I don't know how much we spent on groceries, but I can check. So let me just put it in quickly. It's going to be under the needs. So groceries, and that's going to be under variable expenses. Okay, so what you can do is just highlight like that, and I'm going to put a filter, and then I'm going to filter, I'm just going to go clear, and I'm just going to filter groceries. I'm going to click OK, and there the groceries, they by themselves now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight over here. So 3,804 is what we spent on groceries. So if I also add eating out there, go okay. So now if we highlight all of that, on food, we ended up spending 4,794 for a family of 3. And then I also took my mom out for lunch. So if I took her for lunch and I bought her a present. So I'm going to go birthdays, add that as well. Let's go okay, and then let's highlight. So in total, we spent 5,994 on like food and a birthday and eating out. Okay, so let's just clear and select all. Okay, so okay, let's remove. All right, so I've tracked that. I've tracked the food. So petrol. So I don't have a date for petrol because we put petrol weekly. But we ended up spending 200 Rand. So I'm just going to put the second, which was 800 Rand, on petrol for technically the whole. But if I fill up the tank, it doesn't last me the whole month. So I prefer doing it weekly. And obviously, if you prefer to do it monthly and it works for you, then that's perfect. So transport, and that is variable expense. And then for beauty, 12. Okay, and then for beauty, so nails, lashes, and all of that on the 12th, and it was 830. So I'm gonna put that at hair and nails, and that's a variable expense as well. And then for other things, so for customs, so we ended up paying for customs, which was 1,900 Rand in total. I'm just going to put it under business expense as well. And that's also going to be a variable expense, of course. And then it's going to be our allowances. So we're going to start with Scala. I'm just going to pick the 17th for all of us because it's weird to track. So I'm going to start with Scala. Scala ended up spending 320. Norma ended up spending 400 Rand. And then Happy also ended up spending 400 Rand. And that was Scala over here. Scala. And then Norma. And then... Okay, and that's also going to be a variable expense because it does change. Okay, so after that, we then have debt. So, which is usually on the 25th. Let me see if I drag it. Oh, I don't like that it does that. I wanted it to copy the same thing, the same date, but it's fine. So we've got 9,000. Then we have 3,000. Actually, it was 2,600 Rand that I ended up paying. Then it was 1,750. And then that was loan 1. And that was loan 2. And then that was credit card, which is credit card 1 and 2 actually, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to put it as debt. And that is basically it. And as you can see, we are over budget. Over here, we ended up spending way more. Let me see if I make this a little bit bigger. Here we go. So we ended up spending 105,000, but that the bulk of it was obviously, so more than half of it was actually the restock. So if I had to remove the 58,000 and if I had to remove the custom, so let's find it. It was 1,900 rand. So there it is. If I had to remove that, we technically spent 45,200, which is in line with our bills. That is literally our bills. We usually get paid 50,000, the two of us, which is both of us plus the digital product plus YouTube, and in total you're looking at around 50. And this is usually our bills. So our bills look perfectly normal. It's just that obviously I showed you guys behind the scenes of owning a business. You have months like this. Okay, this is how the calendar is literally looking. A lot of spending happened, and yeah, so just basically showing you where most of the money went to variable expenses, and then to high priority bills, and then to debt. The rest, not that much. I would like to stop putting more into future me, and obviously sinking funds. I did not prioritize that much, but I did cash stuff into my box. So I just didn't put it in here, but I did put some money away. And then let's have a look at the goals. So the goals that I did reach is launching the BFFs, go on walk 3 times a week. No, see 10 clients. I did. Tidy up my office. I did. As you can see, it looks a bit different right now. And I know Skylar wrote on my whiteboard. So you're seeing some of that behind me. Eat a lot of greens. No. Buy vitamins. Yes. So we completed 66.7% of the goals that we had. And yeah, we didn't achieve 100%. And then on the habits as well, we did not drink that much water. Yes, morning Bible study, listening to podcast daily, did not stretch. So only 33.3% of our habits were completed. Well, my habits were completed. And that is basically how much we have spent for the month. So I'm just going to tick off every single thing that is done. Again, the spreadsheet is linked. So if you're someone who doesn't like writing, or for me, the reason why I started creating the spreadsheet was just funny. It's because my husband didn't understand the whole, let's write it down. And not that he doesn't understand it, he gets it, but he wasn't really as involved as he is now with the spreadsheet. I started to create it just so it is a couple's discussion of our finances. And yeah, it worked. So this is how much we have spent, and yeah, I don't have anything else I think I want to share. I don't want the video to be longer than this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And November, I'm excited for December. I'll be back with a budget plan using my actual planner for the month of December and a proper monthly reset. I hope you guys have got your budget planners. The Black Friday sale is ending today, which is Sunday, the 30th of November. It was literally a Black Friday week. I never do Black Friday week. I always do like a weekend. So I really hope you guys really grabbed as much as you needed on sale, because the budget planners and the wallet will be going back to the normal price. And thank you so much to everyone who has supported me. Comment down below if you had the past budget planners and you have this one now. I know some people say, no, I have the blue one even and the black one. So I really do appreciate you guys. It's so nice that someone actually really appreciates what you have created and also found value. I really do enjoy when I meet you guys one-on-one and it changes your life and you're like, wow, like the value that I just received from the session. And thank you that I'm able to have educator policy for my kids, or to have a retirement annuity, things like that I didn't even believe. And they'll be like, Norma, literally this 1,000 that I'm now putting away a month into my retirement, I literally would spend it on clothing and eating out, and now I get to contribute to something meaningful that I will look back and thank myself for starting now. So I really do appreciate it when I get those kind of messages. I do really enjoy changing your guys' lives, because it is changing mine as well. I'll see you on the next video, because I could just go on and on and on. Have a wonderful day. And if you want to also start your journey on building financial freedom with an accountability group, I have a mentorship program that you can be part of. It's called Building Financial Freedom. It is a group of ladies that are in the same journey. There is an opportunity to learn how to make money online in our hub. It's only $230 a month. Again, you probably could use that for, I don't know what, Netflix or things like that. But this is also, it's actually pouring into your cup and learning a skill and becoming a best version of yourself through financial freedom. And there's nothing more sexy than a woman who has her finances in check. You don't need anyone else. You are using your money wisely. Your money is working for you. Like, that is a game changer. That changed my life. But if you're ready, you know where to find me. And obviously, I understand that some people cannot afford that. All the free content is here on YouTube. I'll see you on the next video.